What if I told you the place you've been searching for your entire life never actually existed? Not because something is missing in the world, but because your brain stopped believing that home was a safe feeling. Have you ever walked into your own house, sat beside people who love you, and still felt like you didn't belong anywhere? Like you're always visiting life, never living inside it. Most people think this feeling means they're lonely. Psychology suggests something much deeper. It can happen when your nervous system learns that emotional safety never lasts. And once your brain learns that lesson, it doesn't just make relationships harder. It changes the way you see yourself, the way you trust people, and even the places that should feel familiar. So if you've ever felt like you've been searching for home your entire life without knowing where to look, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll understand why this feeling exists and why the answer isn't where you've been searching.
Have you ever been surrounded by people, yet still felt like there was nowhere you truly belonged? Not because you were physically alone, but because no place, no relationship, and sometimes not even your own mind felt like home. Maybe you've spent years searching for that feeling. A city, a person, a career, a future version of yourself. Believing that once you found the right place, the emptiness would finally disappear. But what if the feeling you're chasing isn't about location at all? What if your brain learned long ago that home was never...
Yet a quiet distance remains. You visit people, but rarely settle. You enter conversations, but never fully arrive. Even happy moments can feel strangely temporary, as if your mind is already preparing to leave before anything has ended. Over time, this doesn't just affect your relationships, it changes your identity. You begin introducing yourself to the world carefully. You reveal only parts of yourself. You become highly adaptable. You fit into different groups without feeling connected to any of them. At first, this flexibility looks like maturity. But inside, it often feels like invisibility. You know how to belong everywhere. Eventually, you forget you're carrying them. Until one day, you wonder why every relationship feels heavy. Why every goodbye hurts more than it should. Why every new beginning feels strangely exhausting. The backpack isn't your identity. It's simply what your nervous system learned to carry. Understanding that difference changes everything. Because you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and begin asking, "What has my brain been protecting me from?" That question. Yet one delayed text message still feels like abandonment. Not because you're irrational, because prediction is happening faster than conscious thought. Your brain is trying to keep you alive using an old map. The problem is, old maps don't always match new landscapes. So how do you begin teaching your brain that home can exist again?
not as a destination, but as an experience. The first principle is noticing your internal weather without immediately trying to change it. When anxiety, loneliness, or emotional distance appears, pause. Instead of asking, "Why am I like this?" ask.
The third principle is creating tiny rituals that make you feel psychologically anchored. Not because routines magically solve emotional pain, but because predictability calms the nervous system. Drink tea in the same quiet place. Take the same evening walk. Write one honest sentence before bed. Small repeated actions tell the brain there is something stable here. Home begins as repetition before it becomes emotion. The fourth principle is allowing yourself to be seen gradually instead of performing perfection. Many emotionally homeless people unconsciously become emotional shapeshifters. Different personality at work, different personality with family, different personality with friends. Because belonging once depended on adaptation. Try revealing something small but genuine. Share an honest opinion. Admit uncertainty.